So, everyone, so we are here to present our topic, lipids. But before that, let's have an energizer first to be led by Mr. Franco.
So our game for today is a English game. For the mechanics of the game, guess what is the hidden word, and raise your hand if you want to answer, and each of you have a chance to answer. So the number one. What do you think is the hidden word? Yes, Miss Luma?
Lipids.
That's correct. For the number two? Yes, Miss Shaira?
Fatty acid.
That's right.
Neon.
For the number three? Who wants to answer?
Boxes.
Yes, Miss Argayos?
Boxes.
That's right. For the number four? Yes, Miss Canela. That's right. Number five. Yes, Miss Quiliton.
Consistency.
That's right. Correct also. Other hand, yes, Miss Pinay.
Glycerophospholipid.
And for the last one? Who wants to answer? Raise your hand. Any other hand? Yes, Miss Piton? That's right po. And that ends our energizer po.
Pataas na ang pataas. Dagdagan mo pataas.
So, before we proceed to our main discussion, so let's have first our learning objectives. So, who wants to read all the objectives? Miss Jana.
At the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to classify lipids into their major types and identify the key structure features that distinguish them. Appreciate the diverse and essential role of lipids for maintaining cell function, providing energy, and supporting a variety of psychological processes. Number 3, cite real-life example of food derived from lipids, fatty acid, triglycerides, and glycerophospholipids.
So, thank you so much, Miss Jana. So, for our first, so who wants to read? Yes, Miss Kim. It is defined as organic compounds that are insoluble in water, but soluble in organic solvents such as diethyl ether, chloroform, methylene, chloride, and acetone. So, lipids are various group of molecules varying in function, varying in structure and functions. And it also includes here the fats, oil, waxes, steroids, and phospholipids. And as what is stated in this slide, they are insoluble in water because they possess nonpolar properties. But soluble in organic solvent because these provided informations or this provided example also possess the nonpolar properties. So like dissolved lime. And in human body, lipids can synthesize in liver and we can found it in the different foods like butter, cheese, milk, some dried foods, and some red meat. And here's are the example of the foods that contain lipids. So for the properties of lipids. So who wants to read? Yes, Ms. Bariton.
So lipids are soluble in nonpolar solvent. Ether, chloroform, benzene, etc. But insoluble in water. Consistency. Its consistency depends upon the presence of saturated or unsaturated fatty acids.
So like what I've less, odorless, and tasteless. And they are lighter than the water. And sabi dito, its consistency depends upon the presence of saturated and or unsaturated fatty acids. Kasi dito, kapag mas marami yung saturated fatty acids, nag-lead siya sa more solid texture. Kumbaga, yung mga molecules dito, they are tightly packed. And nagre-result din yun ng solid texture. And kapag mas marami naman yung unsaturated fatty acids, nag-lead naman yun sa more liquid consistency. Dito naman yung mga molecules, they are preventing from tightly packing. And yun yung nagiging result ng kung bakit sila ay yung liquid ang kanilang nagiging texture. And ito din yung reason why olive oil is considered as liquid at room temperature. So, who wants to read? Wala na bang ibang pangal? Miss Kate.
Nancy D. When lipids are exposed to atmosphere, heat, light, air, and moisture for more than 30 days, unusual and undesirable odor is developed. Another one. Emulsification. When fats and oil are rubbed with water, the large molecules of lipids are broken into smaller ones.
So, rancidity is the process where lipids, particularly the fats and oil, break down due to the exposure of heat, light, air, and moisture. And that breakdown leads to odor and cause potential harmful for food. So, ito ba yung sinasabi ni Ma'am Baldo na maantot daw yung ibig sabihin ng rancidity. So, when you say emulsification naman, it is the process of mixing two immiscible liquid like fats, oil, and water. So, alam naman natin yung dalawa, hindi talaga silang mag-mix due to their polar and non-polar properties. So, kailangan natin ang emulsifier. So, yung emulsifier, meron silang polar and non-polar ends. So, yung one ends of emulsifier attached sa fats or oil and the other ends attached siya dun sa water. And ang common example ng emulsification is yung mayonnaise. Di ba yung mayonnaise, emulsion siya ng water and oil and in-stabilize lang siya ng egg yolk. And for the hydrolysis, Miss Cañete is read.
Hydrolysis is a report about the presence of acids or alkalis under activity or of enzyme like this. Acid hydrolysis, formation of glycerol and long chain of fatty acids. Alkaline hydrolysis of fats, formation of sodium or potassium salts or fatty acids called soaps, and the process is called saponification.
So when we say hydrolysis, so it is where water break down the molecules. And it has a two types, the acid hydrolysis and the alkaline hydrolysis of fats. So when we say acid hydrolysis, so it is occur in the presence of acid catalysts like hydrochloric acid. And it is where the reaction of triglycerides break down into glycerol and long chain of fatty acids. And kapag sinabi naman natin na alkaline hydrolysis of fats, so dito naman it occurs naman in the presence of strong base katulad ng sodium hydroxide at potassium hydroxide. And ito din yung process kung saan ito yung ginagamit in making a soap. So for the role and functions of lipids, Miss Cruz Caliri.
Energy storehouse. Lipids are made up of hydrocarbons in their lowest form, which makes them an exceptional energy storehouse, regulating and signaling. Lipids are parts of cell membrane structure which help to maintain cell membrane fluidity and flexibility.
So sabi diyan, so compared to carbohydrates, lipids store more energy per gram. So ito yung reason why they are the efficient way of storing energy for long-term use. And dito naman sa lipids, so di ba cell membrane, composed siya ng phospholipid bilayer. This means two layer of molecules are arranged back to back. So yung head non-hydrophilic siya or it faces outward toward the watery environment inside and outside the cell. And yung tail naman niya, yun naman yung hydrophobic or water ammoniac to allow the interactions of the receptors. And for another one, Miss Binay.
Food sources. Foods rich in healthy fats such as avocados, nuts, fish, and olive oil are excellent sources of unsaturated fatty acids and omega-3, contributing to cardiovascular health and support cognitive functions.
So dito, yung unsaturated fatty acids, tinatawag siyang good fats. And alam naman natin na yung omega-3, di ba? Malaki din yung benefits na ginagampanan niya sa ating health. And karaniwan, it is commonly found in fish, di ba? So these two help us to improve to reduce our blood pressure, improve cholesterol level, and also it help us to reduce the inflammation. And in pharmaceutical industry, yes, Miss Inuma.
Pharmaceutical industry, lipids utilized in drug formulation and delivery system due to their biocompatibility and ability to encapsulate active compounds.
So, lipids, considered siya as biocompatibility, meaning it has the ability to interact with living tissue without causing harmful effect to it. And alam naman natin na yung lipids, it is naturally found in our body. So, it is really safe when using it in drug formulation. And when we say naman dun sa encapsulate, so it is the process of yung parang alam niyo yung gamot, di ba? Sila naman siya nabibili natin ng powder, yung meron siyang parang goma na pwede siyang inumin. So, yun yung encapsulate, kaya niyang mag-encapsulate ng mga substances. And another type is the fatty acid. So, who wants to read? Yes, Miss Vito.
Fatty acids, building block of lipids and poor media as ester and natural fats like carbohydrates, they are also act as fuel molecule and are oxidized in this energy.
So, fatty acids are the building block of lipids, and they have a lot of chemical energy stored in their bonds. So, when our body needs energy, so they break down triglycerides into fatty acids, which then oxidize to produce ATP. And we all know naman that ATP is the primary energy currency of our cell. So, here is the structure of fatty acids. So, fatty acids are consist of long chain of carbon atom with carboxyl group at the end. So, yung hydrocarbon, so it is the backbone of fatty acids. And it is made up of long chain of carbon atom which is linked together by a single bond. And yung carboxyl group naman, so it consists of carbon atom, double bond to oxygen atom, and single bond to hydroxyl group. And carboxyl group, so it is the one who's responsible for the acidic property of acids. So, ito yung difference ng saturated fats and unsaturated fatty acids. Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina sa inyo. So, kung makikita nyo, yung saturated fats, ang kino-contain lang niya ay single bond. Katulad ng unang pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. Tapos, yung unsaturated fats naman, magko-contain siya ng at least one double bond. And, who wants to read the difference between saturated fats and unsaturated fats? Isibo.
Saturated fats containing single bond excessive consumption leads to heart disease, increased low density lipoproteins LDL, which is called as bad cholesterol. Food sources of saturated fats are whole milk, butter, cheese, margarine, coconut oil, vegetable oils, meat, peanut, friendly food, high melting point, solid state in temperature, unsaturated fats contain at least one double bond, good for consumption but excessive may increase cholesterol, increases high density lipoproteins, which is commonly known as good cholesterol, and also reduce low density lipoproteins. Food source of unsaturated fats are walnut, flax, avocados, and flour oil, soybean oil, fish oil, canola oil, or red meat, low melting point, liquid steak, and cranberries.
So, sinasabi niya na, kaya kung magtataka kayo kung bakit tinatawag na good fats yung unsaturated fats kaysa dito sa saturated fats. Kasi yung unsaturated fats, kaya niya mag-lower ng LDL o yung tinatawag natin na lower lipoprotein, lower density lipoprotein. So, yung LDL na yun, yung tinatawag na bad cholesterol. So, yung unsaturated fats, kaya niyang i-lower yun. Kaya siya yung tinawag na good fats. And ito, discuss ko din kanina na sila ay solid state room temperature kapag mas marami yung saturated fatty acids, and liquid state naman kapag mas marami yung unsaturated fatty acids. So, for the examples, so dun sa saturated fatty acids, so kung makikita nyo, one of the example of this is yung lauric acid. So, yung lauric acid, formula niya ay C12H24O2. Sinong may ano sa inyo? So, ito yung structure ng lauric acid. And sinasabi niya dun sa, katulad ng sabi kanina, dun sa saturated fatty acid, single bond lang siya. Wala siyang double bond. And kung makikita niyo dun sa structure ng lauric acid, so, yung structure niya, straight lang siya and linear because it only has a single bond between all carbon atom. And yung lauric acid, ang example niya ay, or pwede siyang makita doon sa mga coconut oil, palm, and breast milk. And ito na mga saturated fatty acids, nagpakontain siya ng isang double bond. And yung example niya is yung palmitoleic acid. So, ang formula ng palmitoleic acid ay C16H30O2. So, kung mapapansin niyo dun sa structure niya, hindi siya straight, hindi rin siya linear. So, yung structure niya ay it has a bent structure kasi meron siyang double bond between 7 and 8 carbon atom. And dito naman sa palmitoleic acid, so pwede siyang makita dun sa olive oil and some fish oil. So, here are the example of unsaturated fats and unsaturated fats. So, Isbolor, makibasa.
Energy storage. If glucose is a type of sugars not available for energy, the body uses fatty acid to fuel the cells instead. Fats in food provide a condensed energy source, enhance the texture and flavor of food, and promotes satiety. Maintain body temperature, regulating hormones, transmitting nerve impulse, and transporting fats to nutrients.
So, dun sa first body statement, so energy storage. So, when our glucose level are low, so our body turn to stored fats for energy. So, it is where the triglycerides break down into glycerol and fatty acids to produce energy. And dito naman sa enhance the texture and flavor of foods. So, yung lipids, yung fats or yung fatty acids na enhance siya to release the flavor of other ingredients by dissolving aromatic component. And yung aromatic component na yung pwede natin siya makita sa plants, animals, foods, and yun yung reason ko bakit hindi sila mabilis lamigin during mga cold weather. And also transport fat-soluble nutrients like vitamins A, D, E, K, which are throughout our body, which are essential in both health and immune system and our vision.
So let's proceed to waxes. So waxes are the type of a long chain non-polar lipids. Natural waxes are typically esters of fatty acids and long chains of alcohol. It is synthesized by many animals and plants. So later on, I will provide an example of the animals and plants that have waxes. So for the structure of waxes, it is composed of long chain hydrocarbon, which are molecules are made up of carbon and hydrogen. As you can see in the structure, they are mainly composed of the hydrogen, carbon, and carbon atoms. And for the solubility, it is insoluble in water, usually at room temperature, and have melting point compared to triglycerides. So the waxes is high melting point because it has like intermolecular forces or it has a strong intermolecular forces. For the properties of waxes, anyone can? Yes, Miss Masagban.
Waxes are found in the cuticles of plants, the exoskeletons of some insects, the feathers or form of some animals.
Ayan, so the waxes are mainly found in the cuticles of plants from the insects or the feathers from some animals po. So later on nga po ay magbibigay po ako ng example ng animals po na may waxes. Then for function and food preservation, waxes acts as preservative coating for fruits and vegetables. It acts as a shield preventing of moisture loss and microbial incursion, thereby prolonging the freshness and shelf life of perishable produce. So the waxes, it provides po ay protective coating for microbial incursion. Ibig sabihin po nito, para po the waxes serves as the protection para po hindi agad makapasok yung mga microbes dun sa fruits and vegetables. And it also serves as the shield niya po. So, for pharmaceutical relevant, pharmaceutical sphere leverages waxes as a foundating matrix of medicinal ointments and creams. So, waxes serves as effectiveness or mas mapatatag po ng waxes yung effectiveness po ng isang medicinal ointments and creams. So, the different types of waxes, we have this one, the Fischer-Tropsch wax, the mineral wax, and plant wax, and non-animal wax. So, next po is triglycerides. So, triglycerides are most abundant naturally occurring lipids. It's also the main constituent of body fat in humans and other animals. So, pag wala po ang glucose, so triglyceride po, in triglycerides po, it serves as the pangpalit po na energy na gagamitin po ng mga animals and humans pag wala po ang glucose. So these are the structure of the triglycerides. It composed of the 3 fatty acid chains and 1 glycerol. Good? Yes, Mr. Carlos.
Solubility. Non-polar molecules and thus do not dissolve readily in polar solvents such as water. Functions. Provide insulation that keep us warm while protecting our internal organ with a layer of fat. Metabolic energy sources, which is stored in adipose tissue.
So balik po muna tayo sa structure po ng triglyceride. So, the glycerol po serves as the backbone of the triglyceride while the 3 fatty acid chains ay sa support lang po. Ayun nga, balik po tayo sa solubility. While solubility is the non-polar molecules and thus do not dissolve readily in polar solvents just as water. So, just like the boxes, triglycerides are not readily dissolved in polar solvents just as water. Why nga po pa? Kasi nga po, lipids nga po is, lipids are polar, which is it can dissolve readily in polar solvents. So, our function, provide insulation that keeps us warm while protecting our internal organs with a layer of padding. So, the triglyceride serves as the insulation nga po for reserve. Yun po ang nag-serve as fats na gagamitin po ng cells for energy pag wala po ang glucose. So, triglyceride po is also a metabolic energy source which is stored in adipose tissue. As I said earlier, the triglyceride or the lipids serve as the panghalili po sa glucose. Kung wala po si glucose, si triglyceride po or fats, lipids ang magpuproduce po ng energy. So, here are some examples that would high in triglycerides. So next is the glycerophospholipids. Miss Cruz, please read. Miss Cruz, please read.
Glycerophospholipids, major components of biological membrane, is characterized by the presence of a glycerol backbone to which the two fatty acid chains and a phosphate containing heavy group are attached.
So glycerophospholipids po is both non-polar and polar. That's why, just like the triglyceride po, it has the presence of glycerol, it serves as the backbone. For the nature and solubility is this.
Nature contain both polar and non-polar regions, allow them to interact with polar and non-polar solubilities. And solubility, they are soluble in the polar and non-polar solids.
Yeah. For the nature of the glycerophospholipids, so it contains a polar and non-polar regions. So it can interact with the both non-polar and polar solvents. So in solubility, as they are polar and non-polar regions, they are also soluble in polar and non-polar solvents. For function, Miss Jean.
Function, like glycerophospholipids metabolism involves processes that regulate lipid level, remodel membrane composition, and generate signaling molecules. Degradation factors such as phospholipases and lipases hydrolyze.
Ayan po. So, the function of glycerophospholipids metabolism po ay, gaya po ng sabi dyan, it regulates lipid level, remodel membrane composition, and generate cell signaling molecules. So, So, what does research say about this? The title of research, Lipid Metabolism Disorders and Therapeutic Drugs Review, published November 1, 2021, and researchers Vijayam Maranadasan and Song Jin Kim.
Abstract. Different lifestyles have an impact on unusual metabolic functions causing disorders. Different lipids are involved in the metabolic functions that play various vital roles in the body, such as structural components, storage of energy, and signaling as biomarkers in energy metabolism and transport. Interrelated disorders are caused when these functions are affected by diabetes, cancer, infections, and inflammatory and degenerative conditions in humans. During the COVID-19 period, there has been a lot of focus on the effects of metabolic disorders all over the world. Hence, this review collected reports on research concerning metabolic disorders, mainly cardiovascular and diabetes mellitus. In addition, drug research in lipid metabolism disorders have also been considered. This review explores lipid metabolism disorders, and drug use for these disorders.
So, as you can see, this abstract research focus on the link between the lifestyle, lipid metabolism, and metabolic disorder. So, it highlights how different lifestyle can impact how our body process fats or yung lipids. So, when lipids metabolism is disrupted, so it can contribute to various health problems like diabetes, health disease, cancer, and more. So this research focus on the research related to cardiovascular disease and diabetes mellitus, and also include the informations on drug use to address this lipid metabolism issues. And also this research emphasizes the needs to understand this connection to better manage and prevent the metabolic disorder. So for our research implications, so who wants to read? Mr. Siscal.
Implications. First, lifestyle matter. Second, lipid metabolism is crucial. Third, disorder are complex. Fourth, drug development is the thing. And last, focus on prevention.
So for the implications, so for the first one, lifestyle matter. So we all know naman that lifestyle can directly impact how our body processes fats. So we must make healthy choice or healthy lifestyle like eating a balanced diet and exercise regularly can help to prevent this lipid metabolism disorder. And for our lipid metabolism is crucial. So we must understand how our bodies handle fats because it is crucial for our overall health. And we must careful in the food we consume because hindi nyo alam na yung mga kinoconsume nyo na pala na foods ay sobra-sobra na, and pwede nga yung mag-lead sa ibang diseases. And for the three, disorder are complex. So, also these articles connect the lipids metabolism disorder to a wide range of health issues. So, included na nga dito yung diabetes, heart disease, and even yung mga infection. So, this show the interconnectedness of our health and the importance of addressing this disorder. And for the number 4, drug development is the key. So it is also discussed the ongoing research information or the information about the drugs that target lipid metabolism disorder.